So first of all, you might be wondering, what is content strategy? Well, content strategy in simple words is creating content that align with your set goals and can give you that result that you are actually looking for. We know that there is plenty of reasons for creating content. Either you want to create awareness, you want to drive engagement on your brand, you want to make sales, and whatever you might have in mind. So creating content that aligns with your set goals, that is what content strategy is all about. And I see some people, they make this mistake of creating content without having a particular strategy or knowing their desired outcome, what they want to happen. They just create randomly, jump on trends randomly. Let me tell you, if you want to create content, you need to know who your target audience is. And we'll be talking about that in a bit. Now, follow me on this step-by-step guide. The first thing you need to consider before posting that content or creating that content, know your target audience. Who are your target audience? If you don't know who you're creating, or if you don't have an avatar in mind of the people you want to consume your content, then you have missed it. If you're creating content for everybody, that means you're creating content for nobody. In marketing, in anything you're doing, you need to be specific with the people you want to reach out to. I used to make this mistake when I started my first business. I wanted to have a business that everybody can patronize, but that was the first mistake I made. You cannot create a business for everybody. You cannot create content for everybody. You cannot start a meeting for everybody. You have to carefully or imagine the content, who are the ideal people to consume that content. That's the thing you need to consider. Very, very important. For example, you want to sell a hair product. You shouldn't be talking to everybody or girls in secondary school or girls who are just in university, although there are girls that make money in university, but you should be talking to women who love beauty. You need to, and there's something that you call audience segment. Who are these women? Are they working class or business type ladies, busy professionals, or high income earners? You need to separate your target audience, not ladies in secondary school or jobless ladies. You need to know who you're marketing this your hair for, or who you're creating this content to consume for. That's why you need to create your ideal customer avatar. Your ideal customer avatar is you creating a fictional character of the qualities and the characteristics your ideal customer should have. That is what your customer avatar is. So create this, know your target audience, and create content that you know your target audience can consume. Are you solving a problem for them? Are you creating value for them? Are you trying to cut time for them? Or are you trying to make them money? This is the 4 areas of value. Then the second thing on my list, which is very important, is as important as who are you creating this content for, is fixing and defining your message. What do you stand for? I see a lot of content creators today, they will talk about this one, next tomorrow they'll talk about this one, other. They talk about different things. That will confuse your audience. You need to create content that you know that this is the message you're delivering. This is what you want them to take action on. This is the message you're trying to pass, and this is the information you're trying to pass. Don't create content for everybody, which we are talking about. Create content that can align with people's goals. That's why creating your message is very important. Your message, in what essence? I talk about personal branding, social media marketing, content strategy, just like I'm doing now, and the right entrepreneurship mindset. Know the things you're going to talk about. Know the things that you want to speak about. Know your area of expertise, your area of excellence. Then talk about those things. Create content around them. Those are your content pillars. They are the things that stand for you and stand for any information you're going to be putting out there for people to consume. Ask yourself, what problem am I solving with this content? If you say you're not solving a particular specific problem, that means you've lost it. In content, is either you're entertaining, you're educating, or edutaining, or you're just inspiring or trying to motivate people. In all that, you need to ask yourself this simple question: which problem am I trying to solve? Which problem? Just as I'm here teaching this, how to create content strategy, or how to create content that can drive engagement. Yes, this is my message for you people, how to create strategic content. And it's simple as that. You don't hear me start talking about football or start talking about something else. I'm talking about content strategy, and it's in line with everything I'm doing, which is social media marketing. For example, you're a barber. You're not just cutting hair or making people look fine. You are giving them confidence. This is your message. I'm not just selling you a hair product. Or cutting your hair. I am giving you confidence and boldness to stand out because of good looks. Just like Apple. Apple doesn't just sell a phone. They sell you status. They sell you simplicity. They sell you not jumping on trends. They sell you luxury. This is how you fix your message. Nike doesn't just sell you a sneakers. They sell you inspiration to just do it. And this is you fixing your message for your brand or while trying to create content. So that is it for fixing your content message or your brand message. So before you post any content, before you create and post any content, there are 3 frameworks, or even before you create any content, there is 3 frameworks you must follow so that your audience can actually know that you understand them and you have a solution to their problem. There is this structure, especially if you want to make sales, you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, and you want to create content. There is this 3 frameworks you need to follow. Number 1, you need to speak about the pain they are following, then the problem they are facing, and also the solution you're offering before you let them take action, which is your CTA. So the pain is what you use to capture them, is what you use to entice them or let them know that you know what they are facing. The problem is now you speaking or you now going deep down because they have not taken the solution or they have not subscribed or buy into your offer or anything you are trying to offer them. Then lastly, you now offer them the solution. Yes, you want to sell something, maybe you're a hair vendor or you're a personal trainer, but now your service, now that your offer, now your audience, they want to know, how does this serve me? Don't come and be talking about the futures, the advantages, or the benefits. How does that's what your audience or your customer, your ideal customer, they want to know. How does this serve me? How does this help me? Everything they are thinking about in their mind is me, me, me. How does this your service help me? So you have to talk about the pain they are passing through, the problem that the pain is causing, and now the solution, how you step in. That is what your audience is. This framework that will guide them to know that, okay, this person actually has me in mind. This person actually has a solution that will actually help me, not you. When you're trying to market, remove your mind from yourself and put it on your audience or your customer. Don't think about your product. They don't care about your product. They don't care about your product. If your product is the best product, they don't care about your product is the nicest or you have the most features. What they care about is them. So create your product about them. Make everything you're talking about them. And if you follow this framework, their pain, the problem, and the solution, this is how you help them more. And this is how they understand. Let me give you an example. A business owner that is struggling to get customers on their brand online. They have been posting and no customer yet is sending a DM. Are you struggling to get customers? And you are still posting randomly. Random posts get ignored. Have you seen? Are you struggling to get customers? That's the pain. And you are still posting randomly. That's the problem. Here is a 3-step content plan that will help you save your content and get you the right customers to send you a DM. Are you seeing the solution? Here is a 3-step content plan. Now, if you follow this framework, we have spoken about the pain. Are you still struggling to get customers? And you are still posting randomly. That is the problem. Here is a 3-step content plan. Now you have offered the solution. So if you use this framework for all your content, you are speaking out to them, telling them what they are facing, telling them why they are facing it, and telling them how you can solve it. You become the ideal person to help them solve that problem. So don't talk about your product. Oh, this is the best product, or this is how my product works. No, talk about how your product can help them. Talk about how your product can serve them. Talk about how your product can benefit them. Everything you should say should center around your customer and how your product, your service, your offer can help them save time, cut them the energy, or actually get them more results than they are getting right now. So my brother, my sister, you watching out there, you know you have gotten value, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed yet. So don't just create content with a framework. This is how they will know that, okay, you understand them. And this is the framework that most creators use. Your favorite or the people that are making it in content creation, they have a framework, they have a formula that they use in creating content. So I'm going to give you that formula in a bit. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to this video. If you are not, do it right now. This is what keeps me going. Thank you. Okay, let's say now you don't know how to use this framework or you're starting. You can go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, what are the pains in people in this my industry, XYZ industry, passing into, and how can I use my brand or my offer or my service to help them? So I want you to give me this framework, any of the script you're going to be writing for me, the pain, the problem, and the solution. This will make your work more easier in ChatGPT or any other AI helping you to write your script or helping you to write your content. So that's very important for creating the right strategy. We have spoken about know your target audience, your ideal customer avatar, fix your message, know what you are talking about, create content pillars, and we have spoken about the framework. Now I want to tell you one of the most important things This is the formula. This is how you're going to grab attention. This is how you're going to portray your message. And this is how you're going to tell them, take action now. This is how you're going to tell them the next step to take. So listen up. This is as important as the three I've mentioned. Number one with the formula is the hook. You have less than 5 to 3 seconds to grab attention. Attention span is short. So on the formula, your first 3 lines or your 3 seconds in opening your content should be able to hook them. And a lot of people just tell you just hook them. Don't just use a hook. Use a hook that can spark curiosity. For example, do you know why 1% of entrepreneurs struggle with making sales or keeping their business sustainable? Make sure that line is fast. I'm saying it slow now because that's not the hook of my video. Make sure it's fast and it can fit in. You can see how that hook spark curiosity, and this is one of the hooks that work for me very well. Let me tell you a secret that nobody else will tell you in the industry. This is another hook that work for me because people are eager to want to know secrets and tips. So go out there, research your hooks. Look at how you can research for hooks. Go for most trending video on Instagram. Look for the most trending videos in your niche. Steal their first 5 seconds and put it on your own. And this is how you can be able to grab attention. Don't forget, attention span is short. So what you say at the beginning of your content is what will make people keep consuming your content. Now, after your hook, you come to the body. Your ideal message now, what you're trying to portray. Are you either educating them, telling them a story, or you're explaining it to them? This is the general body of your message. So after telling them the hook, you dive down to the solution. We are speaking about the framework. We dive down to the solution, which is the actual body. So you tell them everything you want to tell them in the context of your body. So either you're creating a short reel, a YouTube video like this, or whatever. Try to know that after you've captured their attention, now you explain away their problem, you explain away what you think your whole message conveys. So after hooking them, telling them the actual body, you now give them a call to action. Example of a call to action is comment yes, share now, place an order, buy now, or click the link below. That's the meaning of a call to action. So don't end any of your content without giving them an action step to take, because they will not know if you don't give them the action step. So it is ideal for you to create content and end with a call to action. Even if it's a simple call to action, the more simple, the best way for them to take the action. Even if you are running ads, it's very important. You see, book a call now, click the link below, place an order. All these are sensible, clear call to action. So don't give more than 2 call to action. Let your call to action be 1. Let it be clear. Don't say click the link below, like this page. No, you are confusing them. Let it be clear. Just tell them one particular thing you want them to take action on. So this is very important. After you're giving them the hook, you have grabbed attention, you have explained the body, which is the message you're trying to convey, and now the CTA. Either comment yes, share now, like this post, or place an order. This is the whole solution, the whole formula for creating content. So stick to this formula. After you know your audience, you know your message, you know how to use the frameworks. This is the solution, the actual formula. So stick to this formula in creating all your content. It is a no-brainer if you don't stick with this actual formula I've told you. If you stick to this formula, you see that people know the next step you take and they'll keep following you for more. That's all for creating content strategy. And if you're a beginner, you don't know the type of content you should be dishing out. If you're a beginner, you're looking for the type of content, there is a mix and variety of content. What I'll tell you is create content that are in line with your goals. Not because the trend is trending or is going viral, you have to create it for your brand. Most viral content might get you views, but will not make sales for you. So if you want to stand a better chance, use this content strategy that I've given you. There's a lot of content strategy you can fit into this ideal one I've given you. So there's a list of content for beginners. You can choose either you are educating, you're edutaining, or you're entertaining. Let me explain what educating is. Educational content, just like the one I'm dishing out now. I'm trying to teach. If it's your area of expertise, your area of excellence, your area in your career, and you want to be a coach, you educate. You give out more educational content so that you are giving out value. Make sure that everything you're doing is value per word. Everything you're saying. Let me tell you, there's nothing like a boring content. There's nothing like a long content. There is just a boring content. So make sure that everything you're saying is giving out value. Everything is value per word. That's what I call it. Make sure that everything you're saying, you are giving out value. Edutaining, maybe you're educating in an entertaining way. That is another gen of content. Or you are entertaining. Are you in the comic zone or you're in the skit? Make sure that you have a framework and make sure that you have a process, a structure for creating your content, and stick to it and be consistent. So these are the way you can use this. There's a different mix of content, but every content you see is either they're entertaining you, they're entertaining you, or they are educating you. In any form they are going to do this thing, it has this touch of it. So don't be abstract. Follow this wheel, and you see that you get a much better result than you've been getting, or you're just starting and you need a foundation to help you. Don't forget, there are knowledgeable content, there is humorous content. I talk about comic and skit makers. Don't forget, there is behind the scenes, there is founder stories, there is origin story. Even where you're failing at, where you're not good at, speak about it. This will help build trust. This is very important, that you tell them your good side, your bad side, especially in creating content. This will help them build trust with you more. I don't mean your bad side and maybe you and your husband, or maybe you and your boyfriend, you people fought or something. What I'm trying to say is that tell them your failures and how you perfected them, not over polished. Yes, if you come out with success story is also a type of content. If you come out with success story, yes, but if you come out with where you suck at, this will help you build trust. Both of them, success story, failure story, helps build trust with your audience. So creating content is like a journey. Your audience will be studying you from your beginning, when you start, your process, how you're making it, to your success story. You don't know, but they are watching you big time. So it's good you create intentional content, and the people that make it in creating content are very, very intentional. So you have to be intentional about creating your content. Now you know how to create content and content strategy. Let's go much deeper. Creating content is great, but the real power is when you become a brand, and that's what we are going to dive into next. So I'm going to be teaching you next how to create a personal brand on this course. So if you know you have not subscribed, hit that like button, keeps me showing up and keeps me going. So thank you very much for watching this. I hope you got value. I'm coming back next with creating a strong personal brand. This is very important. Don't just create content. We spoke about being intentional. So being intentional is about making people to recognize your potential and making you the go-to person in your industry or your niche. See ya.